So today I visited the city of Houten, Netherlands, which is about an hour away from where I'm staying in Rotterdam, Netherlands by train. And it's about 8 kilometers south of the large city of Utrecht, Netherlands, which has millions of residents, whereas the city has about 50,000. So it's a little bit smaller than Santa Fe, New Mexico. And this city is interesting because it was designed around pedestrians and cyclists, and it was designed with them to be able to easily traverse the city without interacting with motor vehicles very much. So the mix is a lot more, the mix of traffic is more stilted towards those vehicles rather than cars, which in most of the world it's usually the opposite. Most of our streets and infrastructure goes over to favoring cars over people and bicyclists. So I came here as just a regular person without, training in traffic engineering or city planning or anything like that. I did take a course in city planning like 20 years ago, but I'm not an expert. So I'm just giving you very basic observations as just a normal person and how it felt to be in the city. And I want to be able to take my observations and bring them back home and share them with people. And I hope this helps you, look at look at this video, share with your friends and family. But if you like what I'm doing, share it, subscribe, and like it, please. Thank you. All right, so today I'm headed to the city of Houten. It's like about a little less than an hour train ride from here in Rotterdam. Honestly, I just chose accommodations here in Rotterdam because it was like the only place I could really find anything that was like even reasonably priced. Everything here in the Netherlands seems to be a little bit more expensive. But luckily, everything within the country is like relatively close, so you could stay in a city that looks like it's a good distance away, but the train connections are so good that it's like, why not? Like if you're staying in Amsterdam, you could just as easily stay in Rotterdam or like Utrecht or any of the neighboring cities and just take a half-hour train ride to Amsterdam, and then you could see all the tourist sites from there instead of having to stay in the expensive tourist areas. I guess it's kind of like the hack if you like we're gonna go visit New York. You're staying close to like a train station in New Jersey or something. But also like this place is really cool too. Rotterdam has like seems like they have like a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of museums. There's a lot of stuff to see here on its own too. So and like lots of places to eat and drink. I don't know, just a ton of stuff to do. But yeah, I mean here you could just see like the Netherlands is definitely a cyclist heaven for sure. It's like everybody. There's so many people cycling here, and the trams and everything. So far, the public transport has been really good. Probably the best I've seen yet. Yeah, look at these trams. Yeah, they're just like all over the place. Yeah, then the station's right there. It's so perfect. Like I said, if I wanted to be really lazy, I could have taken the tram like one stop. But this place, there's so many trams. They're like one right after another. It's like I'm loving it. I kind of, I kind of thinking, man, tram between like Old Town and downtown would be pretty cool. Or even like that and the university and the connect all the main stuff in town, like the airport, university, downtown, and Old Town. It would be perfect. So it's connected to tram and the Rotterdam Central, like the metro station there. And yeah, the station is sick. It looks cool. I didn't really look at it from the look back at it yesterday. I just kind of rushed to my hotel. Yeah, this place is pretty cool. So we got the big board up there, and in order to get to your train, you have to like scan your ticket there. So just get my pass. Yeah, I forgot my bracelet, so I had to go back. And yeah, Luckily, there's a train like to Utrecht every 15 minutes, so it's not a big deal. So if you miss a train, it's only a 15-minute penalty, basically. All right, so this is my train here, Utrecht Central. All right, so go on top so we get like a good view. Oh, looks like it's blocked. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I thought it had like a pin code or something on here. All right, it's a good spot. I think this one has the cleanest window, possibly. Yeah. All right, got a clean window here. All right, so Houten, well, Utrecht is like 3 stops. I had to switch trains.
Goedemorgen beste reizigers, welkom bij deze Intercity dus naar Utrecht Centraal. Onderweg naar Utrecht stoppen we voor de Rotterdam, Alexander en Gouda. En namens Nespresso deze trein stel een hele fijne rit. Oh, these are so cute. They're like little gardens. Huh. That's so nice. All right, so next stop, Utrecht Centraal. Yeah, so most of this country's underwater. It's like bring the line up. It's kind of cool. Some cows. So pretty. Utrecht Centraal spelen op het eindpunt zijn van deze trein. Daarom kost het ook allemaal gericht om de trein te verlaten. Vergeet erbij gewoon niet op de spullen met u mee te nemen en een standen nog op de fijne dag. Right, so I'm here in Utrecht Central, and I'm getting the next train to Houten. This one should be pretty quick. All right, so the train just arrived. It's only 8 minutes, so it's a really short train. We'll probably stay on the whole time. Yeah, there was like a ton of bicycles getting off this train. It's cool. All right, I'm leaving Utrecht and I'm headed to Houten now. All right, Houten is next. We're in Bicycle City. Just looks like a regular town. Ooh, this is a train. All right, so I'm now in the city of Houten. It's the like city designed around bicycles. So I'm gonna tap myself out of here. All right, so it starts here. I'm just like looking down. I'm like, holy smoke! There's so many bikes. So cool. Yeah, this place takes biking seriously. Look at that, stacks of them. Pretty crazy. Not scanning right. Yeah, I was struggling with that. But man, look at this. This is incredible. So many bikes. Holy smoke. Yeah, I was like struggling to go through those doors. Sometimes the scanner's a little bit difficult to read. But I think these are the ones you can rent. And it works with just like your Metro Pass. So I didn't get a Metro Pass because I don't really need it, and I can't really like rent a bike because I can't film at the same time. So it wouldn't be so useful to me. Maybe next time I get like a camera, but I could do like a walking path here. So yeah, it's really cool though. Yeah, I think you just like tap it there and it's good to go. So this city has a population of about 50,000. So yeah, I mean, like I got out of a train station, no cars, just chill. It's like very quiet. It's kind of incredible.
So I don't have to worry about getting like run over or any sort of like. It's kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever been to a place where there's no like cars buzzing around instantly. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy because I see like elderly people riding around in mobility scooters. So they could just travel all over town in their mobility scooters. They don't need to worry about like people taking them anywhere. It's like you could live your life until like you're retired, you know. It's or like, you know, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to think about. And just one vehicle moving at like 10, 15 miles per hour, one delivery vehicle. It's super quiet though. This kind of, I guess there's like a retirement village in Florida called, I think it's called the Villages or something actually. And this is like probably the reverse version of that, the liberal version of that basically. It's like no cars, you just walk everywhere, bike everywhere. So I get some snacks at the Little, it's like a little grocery store. And yeah, just kind of chill for a minute and I need to get some like fruit and yogurt or something. Keep my like diet okay. Yeah, just like look at all the bikes. This is like a main grocery store. So imagine going to a grocery store and all the like the bikes are just parked outside. All right. See, look, there's even a Domino's here. This is a little bike highway here. Everything is just all for bikes. It's kind of cool. Greek restaurants, Domino's. There's a little canal. I'm just finding a place to go chill. So I got some snacks. I'm gonna get some food in me. But no, it seems like it's a pretty calm place. Some scooters, bikes. Yeah, so it took me like an hour to get here from Rotterdam. So I'm like, you could probably live here and just commute to Rotterdam if you needed to, or like Amsterdam or Utrecht. So it's like really cool. And you just like can walk to the station or ride the bike to the station. And then I think I'm on a bike trail. I don't know. Like, which one's which? Okay. That's the bike trail, is the red one. The white one is walking. So there are cars here. But I think the cars are restricted. They have to come in from the outside into, they can't go into the inner part of the city, only for like deliveries and stuff like that. All right, so I found a bench in the shade, nature. You know, this woman is taking a picture of something with her like massive camera. I'm kind of curious now. It's like lily pads and stuff. I don't see any birds or anything. Oh, there's a duck. Here's the duck there. Do you have babies or something? But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I'm kind of went from the middle of the city to this in like an hour, a little over an hour. Kind of nuts. Yeah, I'm thinking these poor ducks would probably be killed if this was like a highway, like a real highway with cars on it. They would just get squashed, you know? It's kind of crazy. I seen like already two or three bicyclists bike by it and they didn't even, nothing. The ducks just chill. Yeah, so this one guy was like brought his little kid to go play or look at the ducks, and he was telling me that poor mama duck had lost two babies already, and so it's kind of sad. She only has one baby left. So I'm making my way towards like the edge of the road to see where it connects to like the highways and stuff. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is like you get to live in like a park basically. Like I don't know. This is crazy. I think I might retire in this place, honestly. Holy smoke, it's really nice. Just chill, just read books all day. Here's the signs if you get lost. All right, so this is the map of Houten. It has 2 train stations. This one's the north one, I think, and this one's the south one. Castile and West. I don't know. This is the main one though that I got off on. So I started walking there. I was hanging out with the ducks in this little spot, I think, because it was like a crossing area. Now I'm like here, and I'm gonna walk over here to this lake and get to the edge and see what the road looks like from there. But it's basically, this is all like bike paths throughout the city, kind of like a subway map almost. It's kind of cool. But there's so much like nature here. It's incredible. So there's like green belts that run all along here through the middle. So I think this is like the greenest part, the one that I happened to walk to. And honestly, I didn't have any plans. I just started walking in a random direction. And it looks like this one has like a whole circle down here. So this one's like a line. This one's got a circle. So maybe if you lived in this area, there'd be like less greenery. But there's also like a park like right outside there too, it looks like. All right, let's get to the end here. Check it out. So it seems like all the apartments around here are about 3 stories tall. So, and I don't really know what the layouts of each of them are. These ones have like solar panels. They look really nice. They're like self-facing. But now it'd be, there's some like wildflowers growing. Wildflowers. Man, I cannot speak today. All right, so I made it to the edge of town. This is it right here. This is the border. This is where the cars are. And look at what they did. They solved a problem here. They put the cycle path and the walking path under the busy highway. It's might have been a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely doable. If these things would have existed in Albuquerque, maybe a lot of people wouldn't be getting killed all the time. All right, so once you leave the ring road, you're immediately in farmland, which is really nice. So if you want to go out for a ride in the countryside, you leave the town and here you are. It goes from cycles to tractors pretty quick, and all like the city traffic is all confined to like one road. And the traffic in town, the cars are limited to about 15 miles per hour. Watch out. Wow. So I'm out in the countryside. I don't know if these are like, they're growing these. I don't know what these are, what type of trees they are. But this road is both for bikes and for cars. So, but I think it's, I don't know how they work actually. So it's really cool though. All right, so like here's a park outside of town. So yeah, huh. So I think this takes you out there. Then you could actually go to an old star fort. That's kind of cool. Don't got time for that today. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of activities to do out here on just your bicycle. You could probably bicycle all the way to, you know, to Rotterdam or Amsterdam from here. I'm sure. I'm sure they have cycle paths that take you clear across the country. So yeah, Holland is definitely in the bicycle heaven for sure. Oh my god, that's so cute. Look at those dogs. Oh, see, that's the way to walk a dog right there. All right, so I want to check out this pond here. It's like a big part of the park. Yeah, it's like really nice. Just everybody in this town has access to this equally. It's pretty pretty incredible. And it seems like the town, it's like just an average town in the city. And I don't think it's like a particularly like wealthier part of town or anything either. It just seems like a normal Dutch town to me. I see like different types of people. It seems like there's wealthier people, poorer people, people with different ethnic backgrounds. It's just a random mix of people. Just I don't know. Pupper. Oh, it's so cool. I wish I could have Fred here with me. Yep, this is right on the edge of town. It's pretty cool. It's within the traffic circle though. Yeah, so cool. All right, so I'm kind of curious what an average neighborhood looks like. So I'm just going to take a little detour on a side street here, see what the living experience would actually be like, I guess. So this is streets here. So these are the apartments here. Probably like good sized apartments here. Yeah, there's still cars here, but I just don't see people like driving, blasting down the streets everywhere all the time. I mean, I feel like it's a combination of infrastructure and culture too, and also laws. So it's like there's definitely like a triangle that needs to be met. Yeah, I mean, just seems like a normal neighborhood, honestly. People have RVs, parking for their vehicles. I think people have cars, but they just don't use them that often. I don't know, we're driving really slow around here. I know there's a car moving around, so let's see how it goes. Just kind of like, I don't know. Seems. All right, this car is going to interact with the bike. The bike kind of moves over a bit. I don't know. Seems like it was going maybe like 15 miles an hour tops, I think. I think that's like the speed limit on these brick roads. It's crazy. Probably all the kids walk to school. I think that's the school over there. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it seems so simple almost in a way, though. It's just, I think if they built something like this in the States, though, this would be a place for like wealthy people, honestly. They would buy this place up so fast. All right, so now I'm gonna check out another little public garden looking area. Past this little bridge here. But yeah, it's really cool. It's like people just have access to this stuff. That's really neat. So, okay, I was like, what is that? Yeah, somebody was saying the scooters are not supposed to be on there. They go too fast. That was the first one I saw. That's a cool like little garden. They have like this old brick building. I wonder if it was like there already before they built the town. So cool. People have really nice gardens here. I'm not filming the backyard, but I looked in a few of them and I'm just like, Dang, that's cool. Inspiration. All right, so there's the mama duck and the baby again. Came right back where I started. Little baby is sunbathing on a lily pad. That is so cute. Oh, poor mama. Protect your baby. It's pretty incredible, like the way the people here rig up their bikes to like basically carry anything, carry their whole family on there, carry groceries, carry like a pile of kids. It seemed like 3 kids or 4 kids in like a bucket like thing in the front of a bike. So that's really cute. Then I seen this other woman. She had like a little infant and like maybe like a 2-year-old in the back seat. The infant's in like this little carrier in the front with like a little windscreen. So yeah, they're pretty they got a lot of different accessories for adding onto the bikes here for sure. Yeah, so this place has been really interesting. Having a quick coffee before I head out. I mean, like, I think I kind of got the gist of it. Like, overall, it's definitely a lot of good ideas to, like, take back home. Just, it's just an interesting to experience a place like this for, like, a couple hours. Just, I don't know, just seeing how people were able to live without 100% dependency on like their cars is kind of enlightening, you know, where there's like other possibilities. All right, so I'm gonna say bye to Houten, and you guys will take one last look at how many bike racks there are here. Look, just so cool. So the bike ABQ people, check it out. I'm telling you, this is uh this is our ultimate dream goal, turning Albuquerque into this. Might take 100 years though, probably. All right, so this is it for Houten for me. I'm leaving now and heading back to Rotterdam. I was only here for about 2, 3 hours maybe. And yeah, I got to see a good chunk of this town just walking around, you know. All right, so I'm gonna say bye to Houten. And there it is. You can see it. I was just there in that square. All right, so I am leaving Houten finally. So farewell. All right, so this place is an 8-minute train ride to Utrecht, which is like a major city and employment center. So you could easily live here and work in Utrecht. So we just left the ring road and now we're out in the countryside. It's like kind of cool. Like you could just walk about 15, 20 minutes from the center and be out in like green fields and farms and stuff. Just get some nature. But I mean, even in the cities, or the towns, there's a lot of like parks that I feel like I'm in like a woods or forest. You know, I don't know. They do a really good job of integrating the parks into the city.